Hello traders, welcome to my channel, welcome to my YouTube channel, welcome to the FX Traders Delight channel. In this video I'm going to show you how you should never use a fake order block. So which means that after watching this video you will never use any fake order block again. So how will you be able to achieve that? It's very simple. So stay with me in the next few minutes and I'm going to show you step by step on how you'll be able to identify high probability order blocks and how you can ignore fake order blocks. All right guys, so if that interests you, if it's something that you like to watch, ensure that you sit tight and ensure that you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Remember that we normally do free giveaway in this channel, and to be a winner all you have to do is you smash the like button and you comment, and you must also be a subscriber, and you are going to win any of our offers. And one of the stuff is you are going to win either the FXD Academy, FXD VIP signals, and a Pro Firm $10,000 challenge, right? So account, all right, refunded account. So in case you want to be a winner, all you have to do like and comment. So guys, if this is what you really want to watch, how you can be able to identify fake order blocks and so that you will not be able to use them again, then this is the right video for you. So guys, without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so here we are guys. Now first thing you need to understand when it comes to the usage of order block, there are a lot of things you need to understand when it comes to the usage of order block. So I'm going to show you the most important things that you actually need for you to succeed. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this is the 4-hour time frame, right? And we've seen something like this. So whenever you see something like this, what does that symbolize? What does that tell you? It tells you that this is an uptrend, right? So that's the meaning, right? So, and you're also going to see something like this, right? And what does this tell you? This simply tells us that we are now in a bearish market. Now, to know that is, first you must understand that for a market to be valid, for a bullishness to be valid, there must first of all be a break of the previous high and a retest of the previous low, right? A break of the previous high and a retest of the previous low. Now something happened here, and what we can see here is we see that as price began to move up, we see it never broke, it never mitigated this, but rather it touched the breaker. But the interesting part here is price never broke above this high, so which means that there's already a shift in market structure. All right, so in case you don't know what shift in market structure is, shift in market structure simply means that there's a possibility that market is actually about to change direction. And what we see here is we can see that there was a break in structure and a retest. Right now, when we talk about order blocks, I want you to understand that for each of these retests, there is an order block right there. For each of these retests, you can see an order block there, and also this. Okay, so this another block there as well, and same thing applied to a bearish market. So like in this scenario, this is a perfect one, right? We see an order block here as well, right? So now, how do you know if any of this order block is going to hold? Now first thing you need to put in mind, all right? So how do I know if an order block is actually a fake order block? Number one, it did not break structure. Okay, so whenever you see an order block that doesn't break structure, you just have to understand what that simply means. Now, one of the things that this will do for you is you will be able to understand, okay, so now this did not break structure, so I shouldn't use it. All right, so for instance, looking at this scenario, all right, we see that there is an uptrend here. All right, now what order block should I use this order block, for instance, because definitely you are going to see an order block here, right? Now the answer is no, you don't use this order block. Why? Because this order block did not take any high previously. All right, it's obvious that this one did not take any, so therefore you don't use that as an order block. All right, so in order for you to spot out a fake order block, ensure you check very well if it actually broke a market structure. Don't worry, we'll go to the chart and I will explain everything to you. All right, so another thing you need to consider is, number two thing is the first is it did not break a structure for you to know if, okay, that wow, this is a fake order block. It never took any liquidity. Now, any other block that you mark out as a point of interest, you don't just go, okay, because this actually sold here, from here you just now go and mark that as a point of interest. No, if you do that, you are going to fail, hopefully. All right, so you need to understand first, you need to ask yourself the question, now this order block did not take out any liquidity, so should I be using it? The answer is no. That's how you identify fake order blocks. All right, so I'm also going to show you how to identify real order blocks in the market. Okay, now looking at this, we see that okay, as price began to move, you need to ask yourself a question, this order block here, has it taken any liquidity? If the answer is no, it means that it's not a high probability order block. Why? If the answer is yes, it simply means that, well, that might work out well. But you must understand that the fact that you mark out your order block doesn't mean that once price gets to it, you begin to buy or sell. There are other confluences you need to understand, you need to get for you to be able to achieve this. And one of the things is you ensure that you see a normal structure formed in the lower time frame, and usually you are going to see a kind of consolidation, right? Usually you are going to see this is really too thick. All right, okay, yeah, I like it this way, but I'm changing this color. Let me change this to black. Now you need to understand this, guys. Now the fact that, all right, price have gone to the order block which you mark doesn't mean that it's going to sell up or buy up. Now, in order for you to be safe, in order for you to know if it's going to hold or not, ensure that you see structure form around it, just the way you are seeing this one. Ensure you see structure form around it, right? You see a kind of consolidation. It normally happens most times, right? And you see a level will be taken out. All right, so that's what we call a stop on. So you simply wait for a break in market structure. Now, once the structure has been broken, the retest, you begin to sell. Okay, so for instance, let's say that we have been trading, and finally price got into our area of interest, which is this order block. Now take note, before this actually happens, you might have seen that. All right, let me show you what to look at for the best order block to actually get. Ensure the order block breaks structure. Okay, then number 2, ensure that the order block took out any liquidity. Now there are different kinds of liquidity, guys. Now we have the normal trend line liquidity. For as in this scenario, you can see this is price have been moving up and it has been respecting this trend line, but for the very first time it never respected it, right? So this respectfulness, it's liquidity on its own. All right, you need to understand that. Okay, so we have the trend line liquidity, and there are different kinds of liquidity. In case you want me to make a video on the different kinds of liquidity, let me know. We have the internal, external, and we have hidden, and there are so many types of liquidity. Now once you're able to understand those kind of liquidity, you will be able to get to scale up in profit. All right, very, very important. All right, so first is, remember, it's a structure. It should break structure, and it should took out any form of liquidity. And number 3, it should be in line with the institutional order flow. Now I know most of you don't know what an order flow is. Order flow is very, very important. Okay, by the time you are able to get an idea of what an order flow is, I bet you that you are going to change the way you trade forever. Okay, you need to understand first. Now did the order block break structure in any of the area, either down or to the upside? Did it take liquidity, and is it in line with the institutional order flow? So this one of the basic questions you need to ask yourself whenever you want to mark out an order block for a possible entry, because when you are able, by the time you're able to do this, you'll be able to get it right most of the times. Okay, now there are other things you need to learn as well, but I will not be sharing those in this video. Maybe in subsequent videos we'll be able to check those out. Now let's go to the charts, and let me share with you a real life example and how you can do this. All right, so this was a trade that I actually took today by the grace of God, and today is when the video is created on the 8th of November 2021, and this was a trade that was taken, one of the trade that I took, and as you can see, it rallied massively into almost 100 pips plus. You see that's massive, right? But prior to that time, I was able to catch this move down as well. This was the first move I caught down, which was about 40 pips, right? Now you need to understand, okay, now when we talk about institutional order flow, are we going to be, well, we're not really talking about institutional order flow. Let's talk about our order block. All right, so after I did my analysis on the hard time frame, remember, you must first of all do your analysis on the hard time frame first to know what price wants to give to you. So as you can see, that look at that box, right? That's where I actually sold from, and boom. And you guys, you saw it on my Telegram channel, right? I believe you did. In case you did not, maybe while editing this video, I'm just going to put in the the screenshots so you see for yourself. Okay, so now first I said it must first of all break structure, right? Now let's see this. I'm going to use this move for an example. Okay, I'm going to use this one for an example. Now did this area break structure? Was structure broken around this area before I actually marked it out? Yes, it did broke structure, and that's it. You see that it broke structure to the upside, which means that we are ready to go to the upside. So we want to be a buyer of the market. Right now, looking at this is the actual order block that triggered this right into this one you are seeing here. So this is an order block, this is an order block, but remember, if you've watched my video on order block before, in case you've not seen it, check the playlist and go watch those videos. Please go help yourself and watch those videos. Now we see that, okay, though these were kind of the original move, especially this one here, but if you see that it has been mitigated, kind of mitigated that level. All right, so this becomes a new order block because this is the real source, the real reason why price rallied up. And what happened, price came to it and we bought from it, and it delivered nicely about almost 100 pips, almost 90 something pips. So if I take that from here, that's 100 pips plus, right? Now remember, but I didn't get it from here, but I caught this selling, but I was able to get in from this level, and I'm going to explain that to you as well. Okay, now first we've established that this order block actually broke a market structure. Now because it broke market structure, what we want to do is we'll mark out that area, but remember that it must first of all be in line with the institutional order flow, because that's where you get a high probability setup. Right now, number two things is, did it take liquidity? The answer is emphatically yes. The answer is yes. First, we see that this kind of took out liquidity at this level. We are talking about using this one. Okay, now structure was broken, and this was the retracement, which now became an order block. Right now, did it take liquidity? Emphatically yes, it actually took liquidity. And where is it? Look at that. That's the liquidity that it took. It took out the liquidity and push up. So this becomes our area of interest where we are looking for buy. Now before this one, let's assume that this one we haven't seen it yet, but you should understand that we also see that we've marked out this area as an order block. That's an order block. Okay, that's another possible. Okay, so these are order block. It has been marked. So if we go to the higher time frame, we see that this is one candle, for instance, going to the 30 minutes time frame. All right, so on the 30 minutes time frame, we can actually see that it's kind of a doji candle right there. All right, so let's use this for the explanation. Now price trade rallied off, but it came down, retest, and began to buy again. Right, but it came back again, but this time around, take note, there was liquidity at this level. And another thing you need to consider is the order block you are using. Is there any liquidity before it? You need to add that to whatever I've already spoken with you. Okay, where are you? Let's go there. So I will include that for you guys. I said that the order block must what? Okay, let's add this to it, which let's make this number 4. Number 4, right? Number 4, there should be a form of liquidity before it. All right, so this were, once you are able to, believe me guys, once you're able to have these four things, you are going to scale up in profit. All right, so ensure that you testify on the Telegram channel, okay? Ensure you do that. So once you have this break structure, it took out liquidity, it should be in line with the institutional order flow, and there should be a form of liquidity. Believe me, I use the word form of liquidity because there are different types of liquidity, okay? So you need to identify, you need to learn those liquidities, and I have some videos on my channel that teaches you on various liquidities, okay? So though I may not be showing you everything here, but I know what I'm showing you now is actually a big deal. It's something that once you are able to master, you are going to love. You love it, that wow, that I actually did a lot for you, okay? Now this is let's go to the 15 minutes so we can see it clearly. Now on the 15 minutes, they did take liquidity. Emphatically yes, it took out liquidity, and we can see here, so we've mapped that area as our order block. And even before this actually happened, we see that there was a rally of something like this. You can see it right there. We have our order block there, a rally off, and a return to order block. Price began to buy, right? So now they did take liquidity, definitely it took out liquidity. So if we go to the 5 minutes, I think we'll be able to see it more clearer, okay? Yes, we'll be able to see it more clearer, of which it's clear here, right? Now there are two types of liquidity which I'm seeing here currently now, right? But if I give myself to this, I might see more, but for now I can only see two. We have the trend line liquidity. You see that the trend lines trader, they have been buying until this one failed, right? So that's a liquidity, one of the liquidity. And another one is this this equal lows right here. That's another liquidity, and this is what we call internal liquidity, okay? So price took out liquidity and there's a rally off, so we ensure that okay, this is now order block. So if price gets to it and gives us what we're looking for, we are definitely going to buy. Guys, you can do this is exactly how to do it, okay? Now coming back to this level, to this level here, you can see that before this becomes our order block, it took out the Asian low, right? It took out our Asian low. Now that it took out the Asian low, we can also see that there is a break in market structure, right? So we have two things already now, okay? We have two things already. We have it took out liquidity and there is a break of structure, and now this becomes our order block. Normally this is our order block, okay? That's our order block, but price never made it up to that level. But I've told you guys before this, I've shown this to you. I really don't know if it's on the YouTube channel or it's on the FXTD Academy. By the way, in case you wish to join the FXTD Academy, the registration link is in the video description. Just go to our website and make your payment and enroll into the academy, you are going to get instant access. Okay, so it's a one-time payment and you learn everything I know for lifetime. Okay, so another thing is where I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, I won't say that in this video. All right, okay, now we see that there's a retracement here and price tapped into the order block and it began to move away nicely. Why? Because all our our rules were met. All our rules were met. Okay, there are other things that you need to consider as well, but if you are able to master this, believe me, you'll be able to get it right most of the time. Okay, now okay, let me see, I just want to explain. Okay, a quick recap before we call it a day. Please like the video in case you have not. I'm trying to pull it out too. All right, first there should be a break in structure. All right, the order block should be able to break structure, and number two, the order block should be able to take out any liquidity. Number three, the order block should be in line with the institutional order flow, and number four, there should be a form of liquidity before it. Right, so with this you'll be able to get everything that you really want as a successful trader, to be able to capture the right order blocks that works. All right, so in case you are asking about the FXTD Academy or any of our services, this is my website. Okay, and you can feel free to come to this website. I have a free Telegram channel as well, where we show you the real deal, how you can be profitable in let's see. Okay, so this was, I don't know if this is gonna show, don't worry, I'm gonna show you. Alright, so this is the website, and you want to join the FXTD Academy, all you have to do is just click on this link and you'll be taken to the official page. And believe me, it's one of the best forex trading school out there, and there are lots of things to learn from. Alright, in this academy, I will teach you exactly how you can be profitable as a forex trader. Alright, so these are a few things you need to expect. You need to expect a higher probability sorry the what's it called now, the FXTD is the most important premium session of the FX traders delight. Right now, though I teach you free stuff on YouTube, on Telegram, but the real deal is inside the academy. All right, so inside the academy, that's where I show you my secrets, my secret entry weapons, what I do, what I look for, entry confirmations, and so on. Right, so these are stuff that you're going to like. All right, so yeah, I explained to you detailed, not really in detail, but at least the surface of the academy. Right, we have some testimonials there. Believe me, all these are for real. So is this screenshots? In fact, I was not able, there are very many. Just go to the website, and these are one of my students, some of my students. Just go, and the cool thing about it is that it's a lifetime access. Right, so a 50% off discount is currently running on it. So hurry now and grab your copy. And did I just say grab your copy? Hurry now and enroll into the academy. So these are the features: one-on-one coaching, and now there's what's called the DFX 2.0 course. You are going to get access to it, but it's yet to launch. But I'm hoping to launch it very soon, and this is the best time. And when it launches, it's going to sell for $100. Right, so this is something you shouldn't miss out. and VIP signal, secret entry indicator, right? This is coming up soon as well, and all these are powerful. You also have access to me, definitely, surely and surely. So all you have to do, you click on enroll, you make your make your payment, and you are good to go. Okay, so and if you are from Nigeria, by the way, you can send me a message for local bank transfer, and you can as well do pay with crypto. So ensure that you like the video, and I believe you've learned a lot. In case you did, first remember there should be a break instruction. It should take out any liquidity. It should be in line with the institutional order flow, and there should be a form of liquidity before it, right? So when you have all of this set up, believe me guys, you are going to change the way you trade forever. God bless you. My name remains Godwin EO.